Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Dun, dun, dun. Don't worry, we'll get started soon. Just have to share some things out real quick. Because otherwise, nobody will watch this. Mhm. Mm, 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 mhm. Mhm. Okay, there we are. Doing our thing. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Actually, I should probably put this on Do Not Disturb. That would be very prudent. Very prudent indeed. But, welcome to the Vomitorium channel. I am the Metal, and we are going to be continuing the Penacony story. You know, I should actually go back to all the previous streams and just clip off the beginning section where I'm sharing, but also at the same time you'd lose the stream chat, so whatever. At least on the YouTube end. But we will be continuing our journey through the story of Penacony. We were just almost finished with the first leg. The first big content update for Penacony. And moving into the second one. So before we can do that, though, there's this boss fight. There we go. There's a Black Swan. How you doing?
You look anxious. Worried about that girl?
Yes, very much.
Talk to me if you've something on your mind. In this world, there's no
Very,
one who
very
heals
much.
the heart better than a memo keeper.
Can you confirm that Firefly is
Don't
safe?
worry. That is a one-way door leading to awakened reality. Unless that girl is so stubborn that she refuses to wake up from the dream, which isn't possible. She must be holed up somewhere in the hotel massaging her eyes right now.
See, like, you could ask her this, and everybody was wondering if Firefly was alive the whole time, and, like, they did kind of confirm that the one person that doesn't lie to you... Well, I guess they didn't. She said she could have been, but that the Garden of Recollection doesn't lie, so you would assume she's telling you the truth of all people. I don't really care about all this stuff, though. That's the only one that was important.
Welcome to Penacony on
Okay, time to descend back down. It's a nice loading screen. I do like that they're varying the loading screens. If I sound a little muted, it's because it's a very rainy day here. And even though it's 7:30 in the morning, I think I'm probably still the only person that's awake, so I don't want to be yelling at the top of my lungs or anything, or even talking at a normal voice, because even though there is another closet in between me and my brother, his room is right over there. It's very likely he could hear anything that I'm saying if I'm at a normal tone. Oh, new page has been added. Okay. Okie dokie dokes. Does it give us free stuff? We've got stuff over here. Not that it's important, because we've already filled that page. But we do eventually need to collect all of them, just because if you go to the sticker collection, there are rewards that are locked behind getting all the stickers. I only believe in myself. Let's go. Believing in other people in a strange land is foolish. So we're not going to do that. Okay, that's all of them. We do not care about making our sticker page look well.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm feeling perfectly fine.
That's good then. I know you're more sensitive to Memoria, thus more easily affected by the dreamscape than others. This is also why I have to accompany you. I shall use my methods to relieve you. Don't worry, as your companions are safe. I had both
Pull my chair closer.
given a trinket before I entered the dream. This will allow me to feel their presence in the memory zone. They're already awake in their rooms.
I guess it's kind of like Inception, except instead of making sure you're the only person who ever has your trinket, you give it to her so she can track you.
March's room.
Or I guess they call it a totem in that movie. Yeah.
I should go meet up with her.
Dreamscape room. Cool. Isn't there like a chest over here? Yes. Let's go. Your memories tell you this is March 7th's room. Unless fate intervenes, she will awaken here. Maybe this whole place is like a maze now. You knock but no response. Are you in there? We're about to set off. Knock again, but there's no response. March, it's me. You knock harder, there's still no response.
I know what you're thinking, but alas, that girl isn't in there, and neither is this her room. The moment you stepped into the memory zone, reality's building structures lost all meaning. I can sense that she is in a faraway place right now. In the meantime, if we want to find that lobby the navigator mentioned, we'll have to try a little harder.
Okay.
These poor little things.
Not that I'm going to be doing a lot of fighting
Strange.
in the meantime.
There appears to be someone else's presence here.
Or actually, maybe I'm doing immediate fighting. I'm trying to remember. Yes, I think I'm actually doing immediate fighting.
Her? How is this possible?
Can I skip this? I think there's... Maybe I'm confused. All this stuff is running together. But I just want my treasure. Come on, repair. This is an interesting one. Maybe that was far less interesting than I thought it was. That's locked for now. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go see Acheron.
Are there no staff members here at all? Huh? What are you doing here?
You lost again?
Well, not really. I just don't know where I am.
That would be the definition of
We'll have to
lost.
cut the banter short. Let's first work together and remove these overly friendly children, shall we?
I'm indebted to you both for your help.
Now prepare to be underwhelmed by this Acheron that is still not
Another
built.
journey.
Oh hey, Black Swan's helping us. Cool.
It begins. Time to say bye.
Oh, I'm still on auto. Ah, I was grinding. You know what? That solved all our problems though, so I'm not against it.
Finally, some peace and quiet. What are the two of you doing here?
We could ask you the same.
We're solving problems. That's what I do everywhere.
Penacony's rife with rumors now about the Watchmaker, a legacy, nightmares, and other mysterious tales. I was curious as to who was spreading them and tested the method as described in the rumors. To think I actually ended up here.
You aren't hiding anything, are you?
I hope she's not.
Hiding? I don't think I'd be capable of that in front of a memo keeper.
I'm gonna say that I can.
So, you're good then. What sort of training did
Try to
you
impress her.
Can you teach me?
He's kidding. He can't do it.
Says you.
Your arrival is timely. This dreamscape is fraught with danger. Since our destination is the same, how about we join forces? I can protect you from harm, but in the memory zone I'll need assistance from the memo keeper as well. And if we run into the family, it wouldn't hurt to have one more person to explain the situation.
What do you think?
It never hurts to have more people.
I'm truly grateful.
More the merrier. Let's
Glad to be
go.
traveling with you again, Miss Black Swan.
I truly hope so.
I didn't want to talk to that. I hear a little birdie cheeping nearby. See if we can find him. Am I going away from the Jeep? Towards it? Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirpity, chirp, chirp. Ooh, treasure chest. That's more important anyway.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Is it near here? I hear it when I'm close to this. Oh, there it is. Ah ha ha. I don't know if anybody else who's watching this now or in the future had seen the last special program. But it started off with them all like replaced with origami bird versions of themselves. And I'm glad it did not last very long. I was afraid the whole thing was going to be that. And I'm just like, please, end my life now.
This room. Why is it upside down?
The memory zone is constantly shifting its form. Looks like we'll have to think of a way.
You just imagine just like
We're standing
showing up somewhere. She's like, why is it wrong?
Miss Acheron's words speak sense. Regardless, we have to reach that flat surface hanging overhead. And
I want to
do
reach it
not
anyway. I can see a
scale
chest
the
up there.
pillar, of teach everyone some traversal tricks used in the memory zone.
See, if this was Genshin, we would be scaling the pillar.
How about it? Can you
Okay.
feel the memoria
Let's
flowing
get rid of all these guys.
Next, find a suitable spot and try walking up the wall.
At least unlike last time, as you notice, my Acheron actually is level 80 now. So she can do things with the rest of the team, even if she's not, like, the best built. I just threw... Who was it? I think it was, like, Xing Shui's old quantum set on her, and it functions well enough, since I don't yet have access to the Pioneer domain. Yes, we'll use one of our 425 trick snacks. Actually, use 2 of them. Let's go.
Stream 4.
I've been grinding the what's it called?
Really can walk up walls.
The assignment
Memory zone of this
for that
is
stuff
only
ever
a
since
child's
Acheron
play
dropped.
to a memo keeper. Come on.
Give me this.
Let's head out through the front door.
Stream 4. Gleam of old blades.
I think we want to go up the other way though. Or no, this is the way we want to go? I don't know. We'll find out.
This is a dead end.
I just want chests. It's the only thing I care about at the moment.
You're natural, aren't you? You're a prodigy at remembrance.
Here we go. I don't need that. That's awful. It's purple. There is a battle up there. Let's see. How do we get there? Do we need 3 to get up there? Or I only have 2. Let's see. That connects to that and that. I don't see another thing. Was there one in the other room that we came through? I think there might have been. Yeah, I think that's probably how we do it. We'll just go back. Yes, then we grab this. I got all turned right side up, I guess? I don't know. No, you're on that side. So I've got an idea. These guys are jerks, just in general. But they're also really, really bad against people with shields.
I'm with you.
Because they'll do their little charge up soda bottle thing and then it bounces off the shield and hit them and we're fine.
This is where it ends. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
You know, that actually did more damage than I was expecting it to do.
How familiar.
This ends here.
Relax.
We're just having fun.
Ooh, that hurt. You start stacking up a shield then.
Or was it fate?
When do you go? Yeah, I don't want you in that state when you go, so we'll do this. Ooh, I was hoping that would kill the dog. That was bad.
What are you waiting for? To betray my
I should have stacked our shield up.
I charge extra.
There's a whole point of bringing Japard. I would have been better off with Wahwa.
It too shall fall.
think we're probably still fine, though.
Good time. Time to say bye. Boom.
More business, eh?
Stand still.
Yep, okay. Cool. I was hoping with the Arcana and everything that he would just die that turn. Excellent, okay. You were useless to us. It's my own fault. I'm not actually going to blame you, but you're gone.
This is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
Okay. You know, it would probably be prudent if I actually healed up before whatever the next battle is. Though I'm probably going to regret it. I'm probably going to run into a space anchor and be mad that I wasted my consumables. Oh, I did just grab him. I hear... There he is. Go fly. It's not my job to get you back places.
You're natural, aren't you?
Oh,
You're a prodigy.
I actually forgot that people just repeat things if you go back to where they were said and you haven't finished the area yet. I wish there was like a little toggle check that'd be like, yep, you already listened to this, you don't have to hear it again. Yep. Oh my god, there was a healing thing there. I knew I'd regret it. It's not like I don't have like 50 healing sprays and other stuff. Is this the one that I want? Yes, this is the one I'll be grinding for like ever. But I'll probably wait till tomorrow to start grinding that. When the triple drop gets me another 3 stack. Only reason I already did it today was because I was not sure if I was actually going to stream this or not. Ooh, no, no, no. You stop looking at me. Actually, you know what? This team is actually perfectly fine for this. We're gonna scare you and start. This guy actually really sucks against dots and nihility characters in general, but mostly dots.
This is where it ends.
Yeah, you know what? This is fine. Because then I'll just... Oh, that guy was already down. It's not what I wanted. I messed up. I didn't realize I was popping him. I wasn't paying attention. I wasted a stack. I don't like being wasteful.
More business, eh?
Yeah, I built up extra skill points. I can do this. This will be nice. Hopefully I survive whatever this guy does to me. I did, somehow. Nice, okay.
Thanks. You're too good today. Good time. Time to say bye. Boom.
We're just having fun.
Relax.
Playing it risky. Shouldn't be playing this risky on the fact that I know I don't have good gear. on basically anyone except for Kafka.
Destined for oblivion.
Stay put.
Ow!
Say bye to breathing.
Another journey begins.
I still got a stack of her thing left.
Still waters of oblivion.
Stand still. May as well kill him
What are you
all.
waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
I think I probably would have been dead by now if I didn't hit that TV at the beginning and just smacked him. Oh. It's like slamming your car door shut and seeing the keys inside. It's like, I see my mistake in real time. Don't think I don't. I see exactly what's going on. Come on, pull.
We've arrived. There's an elevator here, just like in the lobby. We should be able to reach our destination with it.
Okay, so we got the butt of
Memory
treasures
zone
now.
Up ahead appears to be severely twisted. Be careful, everyone.
I don't even know where I am.
See? I told you it wasn't going to be that simple. Where is this?
I don't know. Anything important here? I don't know what our next fight is. I'm going to preemptively get us some boosts. What we got? Attack, crit rate. I need to build some better stuff. But we'll take it. Whole team. And this thing might be fine. There are other options. No, I hate that. Eh. No, I don't want that either. Yep, this is it. Actually, you just go in and just make a bunch of stuff. That should be the goal. But the only time I ever make anything is just basically when I get the daily Omni synthesizer that you have to do. Because the only thing that varies now is either use the Omni synthesizer once or level relics up once.
Memory zone is overly twisted. I have to use inelegant methods. So you two, please give me a little time. Got it. I can see the core of this dreamscape. And there are members of the family. And some figures trying to find their way forward. It appears that your friends aren't faring too well. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 3. There's a third person seeking the way to the lobby. Wait. It's the girl who was with you.
Yeah, what's she doing here?
It eludes me, but there is a known semblance in the memory zone. Is she running? This is not good. Everyone, we must hurry.
Something's not good. Ooh, puzzles.
There's no time. I'll just have to break the rules and use some methods to help you phase through the memory zone. I picked up slivers of her thoughts in the memory zone. These will help you form an impression of her. Now, you must hang on to these thoughts with all your might and shape them in your mind. I caught some very familiar memories just now. She's not the only old friend who has appeared here. There was also a third.
Hey, Rick. How you doing?
Ran into danger. Hurry, through here.
Let's see. The gate shuts, your thoughts, stirred by a swirling current and pulled along, descend into a deep abyss, sinking. When the hatch opens again, what sights will you behold? Perhaps no one can provide an answer. An indestructible fluid, darkness, flows from your chest to your throat. Suffocation engulfs you from within. Then a voice emerges.
I saw scorched earth and a new sapling emerging from it. It bloomed against the morning sun and whispered to me.
See, how'd the anime watching go? It went good. It went pretty good.
Why do people choose to sleep?
Same as always.
I think
It's a show I like a lot. I cannot ever watch Ranma 1/2 enough. That's just, my case. A state of being.
they're afraid to awaken from the dream.
It's fun to show some other people it that have really never seen it before. Okay, I've got my buffs on. We should be ready for anything that's going to hit us. As long as I don't do anything stupid. Which is very likely to happen. And there's my current favorite character, Firefly. And there goes my current favorite character, Firefly. Sploosh. Now we can turn this back on.
You alright?
Yeah, is this, well, yes, this is a dream. We're in a dreamscape right now.
Look at me. Calm down. Deep breaths. Alright?
Allow me. Relax. You'll be fine.
Hey, don't mess with my head. They did that to me earlier when I entered the dreamscape for the first time. I don't like people messing with my head. Yeah, that was too sudden.
I'm really sorry, but I have to leave for a short while. Death still hovers about, and I must personally ensure Miss Himiko and Miss March 7th's safety, and warn them. I'll leave him to you, Miss Acheron.
I'm sorry for what happened. I was too focused on that girl and got sloppy. It was my
Did you?
hesitation that caused her to lose her life.
Was that on purpose?
I'm sorry.
It's hard to tell. I'm gonna be a little upset with her. You didn't even draw your blade. Why?
Sorry, I had no choice.
Yeah, she didn't have a choice either. At least as far as I know.
I understand your anger, and I will accept it. But this isn't the time. We should keep our eyes
Hello.
open and consider where the true enemies are hiding, and how to fight them.
Axeru.
Do not let
Oh, this
anyone
part? Yeah,
distract
well, you know, at least we just got
you. Ground
past
yourself and you
that
will
part
choose the right path.
a few seconds ago.
Once, someone said to me, "No compassion for the enemy, for that is cruelty upon yourself. But you must see clearly who the true enemy is. And then, with one swing of your blade, you must understand its meaning."
Oh, I know. This is not my first time going through this story. This is just the account I stream on.
From someone
A lot better stuff does happen. I can't wait for the next leg, like the final leg of Penacony, but that's still going to be a little bit.
Miss Himiko has
But it
something
looks
to tell
great
you.
from the live presentation.
There's good news.
The special program.
and bad news.
Have I seen the leaks? Unfortunately, I've seen some of them. I try to actually avoid them myself, but when you're actively talking to other people in like Discords for various things, the leaks just hit you whether you want them to or not.
I understand the situation now. Please take him and retreat to a safe location. If time allows, you can investigate Firefly's matter first. Meet later at Clocky Staff.
Yeah, when you just watch YouTube too, it happens, I know. You're like, oh, this is going to be a leak-free video, right? This person would never drop something on you. You're in the middle of a video, they don't even give you a warning, and they talk about their dreams. It's like, thanks. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad to see that you're fine. Let us reach a safe place before speaking again.
Miss Black Swan, do you not intend to open some sort of teleporter?
I don't recommend that. His mental state is unstable, so we have to avoid any rough traversal methods like just now. Also, while we're departing, we can still do more for Miss Firefly, can't we? Some remnants of her presence linger nearby. Seize the chance to etch them into your remembrance before they're gone.
If we can start investigating on the way, that'd be good.
But
Let's go.
since it's also not leaks, drip marketing, I'm at the point that I'm just like
Give me a few more minutes.
saving all my jade for Firefly. Like, I know Robin is probably going to be one of the best characters that you could pull for a while, but I don't care. I just want Firefly. They literally searched about HSR a few weeks ago, and you didn't find the story, and literally got slapped in the face with spoilers and leaks. Oof. Yeah,
May death be the end of your boundless
it's the worst.
guiding you back to the waking world. Let's go.
This way. Follow me.
I don't... Yeah, we haven't been in here before. Let me get this stuff done real quick. Okay, let's see if I can remember. There we go. This one seems a tad bit complex, but I think it's mostly just the mirror. Yeah. I don't think I've seen a hard one of these tickers. I think the hardest part is that the mirror is very finicky, and sometimes it won't click in place, and it makes you think you're wrong when you're actually not. Come on, collect. There you are. No, I actually don't want to talk to you. Just to be honest. I want you to go fly several feet over there to your friends so I can eventually get an award. Okay, there's no chest over here. I just don't like missing things. Because then that means I'm just going to have to run all the way back here if I do. Like this one.
What's going on? Why is it getting hot in the Memoria?
Ooh, it's getting hot, right? Firefly's 2.3, right? Yes, right. Because the next one's 2.2, where the banners are going to be Robin Topaz and then Boot Hill Fu Xuan. So then the one after that's going to be... We don't know who the reruns are yet. But based on drip marketing, we know it's going to be Firefly, followed by Jade. Which is probably going to be, what, about June 5th-ish? I don't know, just spitballing a date. Given the fact that every banner is like 3 weeks. There we go. Easy money. I actually just pulled Aventurine on my main account. So I can literally just save up for Firefly from here on out. And I'm going to have a cash money team. Because I also have Topaz, so I'm running Topaz Ratio Asta Aventurine. It's pretty fun.
These are all charred remains.
They're still smoldering. The culprit can't have gotten far.
I think in the meantime I have a Salsado on him, but...
For now, then.
Which is good. I might just run Penacony on Aventurine, though, just to make Ratio even stronger. That might be the way to go.
Looks like this monster was slain.
It's actually... Talk about cheese, right? Sacrificing one person's damage for the other. And this is, Is alright? Yeah, you can add me. I'll accept, like, anyone. If you obviously can't read it on the, in-game screen, but I did put my UID nice and big on the screen right there. But, if you look at my concoction, I'm doing this on my main account, too. I run Penacony on Kafka with Acheron, so that her lightning little damage ends up boosting in tandem with the path one. And then Acheron just ends up doing a bit more damage overall. Because I like doing stupid cheesy stuff like that. I need to build Pella though, because the only other Nihility I have built on this account is Sampo. Which is still, it's fine, it's functional. It's not as good as having Pella built, so I think that's the next person on the list. Yeah, I know. Yeah. On my main account, I have both Silverwolf and Pella built to basically occupy the same slot, whether I'm fighting, like, a big single enemy or multiple enemies.
Something's off. These traces are fresh.
Despite that, though,
Just
just out of luck, even though I don't play this account as much, I only
anything to do
use
with
it for
the
streaming.
now.
There's a better overall roster on this account. Like, I've got a Jingliu on this account, don't on my main.
Just listen to
Right, I've got Hua Hua on here, so I've got like a complete team for that. And I've got Japard, which I could just put
These carcasses.
trends on this account. So I've got a team for both sides of MOC. It's just way easier.
Was clean and crisp.
But
All one strike kill.
getting Aventurine kind of actually fixes my problem with my other account, because that makes the Topaz ratio team solid now. So I don't think there's a problem.
If that's the case, he should have seen everything that happened here. I take back what I said. We have to hurry to that memory zone where Miss Firefly's presence was imprinted. Considering what this person can do, if his goal is that place as well, there won't be anything left there. You two this way. I'll try to create a stable shortcut for you.
Almost like getting rid of evidence was all part of the plan. Space anchor. We need this place later.
Look, upon leaving the lobby, the structure has become chaotic. Phase
Mhm.
through that corridor and
It's good
be
for you.
careful.
We'll do that later.
Not green.
This is how you know we're Akron mains now. The number of trick snacks I have built up. It's not even close to my other one. Oh, there we go. Unlock this. Yes. I forget who I need that for, but it's probably just good to have it unlocked anyway. Unlock all of them. We are not doing... Okay, yeah. No, you're stuck over there. I'm not doing Hanu right now. Which is how you get any of these. Okay, well, that's later stuff. That is later stuff.
This is truly a magnificent sight. It's this room then.
Yes. More precisely, it's right below.
Oh, this is the part where we have to crash the chandelier. Okay.
You two may not be able to phase through physical structures like memo keepers, but I've got a great idea that will help you safely reach the floor right below this room. It's really easy. See this chandelier? Next, we want to create some reasonably small movements. Still remember what I taught you? Feel the flow of the memoria. Walk up the wall.
You know what's really cool I just noticed? I've killed plenty of things with Akron's technique. Apparently, it doesn't necessarily count as battle passing, because I still have my buffs. So as long as I only fight doing that, I'll still have my buffs for the boss fight. And you guys aren't bosses, so... Ha 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 ha. Did I have it right before? I don't know, I'll come back to you. You go there. You go there. You definitely need a turn. Okay, you were already just right side up. There we go. I think that's locked from the other side. I thought I opened this. I guess it didn't register. Sometimes if you just go like willy-nilly like this, it takes like a second or two before it actually lets you interact with things again. And I will forget every time. Did you butcher it? Let me check. Cause I think I just copy pasted it. Where's the thing? It's there's a button here. Cause this is mine. Should be identical. Looks identical. Depends what server you're on. That might also be the issue. Okay, so now we go up. Right, what's it? I forgot what's on this door. Different servers? I am on the North American server. And my friend list is definitely not full. Come on, get out of here, you silly little bird. So we come back this way. I think that's actually the section, if we come back the other way, right, that leads to the VIP lounge. Let me look. Yeah, okay. We're not allowed to go to the VIP lounge yet. Not until we solve all of this. Reddit post helped you. Well, you could always try the other way around. You give me your ID. You don't have to post. Oh, you're on. Oh, you're in the Asian server. Well, of course we can't add then. Yeah, that solves the problem right there. I was gonna give you a spot where you could like DM it to me, so it wouldn't have to be public. But if you're in an Asian server, there's nothing we can do. Let's see. Is this the door?
Stream 4.
Oh, did I spend... Is there another bubble tower around here? Or did I go the wrong way? Oh, there's another way we could have went. Come on. There we go. I love these puzzles. I think the dreamlike wall walking stuff is cool. I will never ever remember the routing for any of these. I'm gonna have to like relearn it every single time I go through. I do remember mostly where the chests are though. I think that's just my brain prioritizing information that I think is important to me.
Look, a solitary chain. Go say hello to it. Look, it's common sense and easy, right?
I do like how everything in here basically seems to be made of soul glad.
Don't worry. I'll do something about it. Let me stack the dream bubbles to give everyone a nice, soft landing. Okay, here we go.
We landed safely. This is amazing.
Don't imitate the memo keeper without the accompaniment of one. Well,
This room really just looks like we're in Persona. Like Persona 4 specifically. Well, that's gonna eat my buffs. I guess I need to go craft some more.
Good times. Time to say bye.
I don't have shields. Not that it helped me the last time I fought these guys, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, let's just buff. Let's just go straight out. Time to farm relics again for... Yeah, see ya. Take it easy.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
Yeah, we'll save skill points. This should be pretty easy, though. Given the buff from Black Swan.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
And when these guys explode, they give more stacks for Acheron, so it should be fine.
Free will, or was it from still waters of oblivion?
Hold everyone back again!
May as well kill them all.
More business, eh?
Easy fight.
No one will disturb us now. Here, how
Swipe
about
away
I
all
show
that
you
stuff.
a little magic trick?
Soon you can. We have to do some stuff first. Like grab this guy. Oh, is this the one that we feed to repair? Yeah, the supervisor. Nice. I've been stacking up all of these things. Oh, we can't do that yet. Darn. But I've got them. I've got them on me. Can we use this yet? Can I go to the lounge? Get the stuff in the lounge? I can. Now this way opens this door, finally. A quick way here. Achievement unlocked. There's quite a few chests around here. Yeah, here's the important one. Which I also guess, eventually, even though it is past date, I think, for it, we can do the bartending thing now. Or, not now, after we finish this section, but we have access to the area where we need to do it. Okay. Think what direction we need this to go. This has to connect there. Oh, there we go. That one will swivel in once that's there. Yeah, these things. This is what the supervisor needs. They just won't let me do it yet. I guess I have to come back after I finish this section. There's also a trash can here. I don't know if I feel like fighting yet, because I think this one you have to fight. I think this is one where you have to fight 2 of the trash cans at the same time. And I think he's here, so he hasn't spawned yet. That's cool. I don't have the option. This is our way back here. Yeah, this place was locked before. I guess while we're up here, we'll check our things. We're just stalling for a second before fighting the boss. I think the boss is next. I don't remember. But I do know I want to try to synthesize some stuff before I fight the boss. So that is the next thing we're going to do after checking, like, achievements. Oh, wait, yep. I need that open. Or, no, yeah, I need that open. I don't like hitting tab. The drag wheel. So, what do we have to make? Make quite a few of these. I like those. Those are very effective. I don't have to think about making those again if I make a few right now. Other options. Attack and crit rate. I think I already have a couple more of those arms. I don't know why I don't have the recipe for those things. Did I just not pick them up where you're supposed to? I'll have to go out of my way and grab them. I have a lot less recipes here than I'm used to. See, this one's pretty good, though. But that's only for 2 turns. I think we want the weird cannon arm thing. We'll go and proc already. We want this. Oh, it's not a cannon. It's like a grappling arm. This crit rate is good. And we want this. Because defense is good. And so is effect res. It makes everything comfier. Now we want to go... And who doesn't like being comfy?
Not there.
Okay, we can't go down that way. I wanted to go explore or unlock a door or
Are
something.
you ready?
I don't even remember what's down there.
Is that Firefly?
Yes. It's what this room left behind. The memories of her.
Oh, because we have to go that way anyway. Okay.
Trembling of the ground, the fleeting reflections on the screen, the flow of memoria. I gathered and reproduced them in fragments. As for the context, we'll need to sort that out a bit. Hurry along now. Recreating memories on this scale takes quite a toll on me.
That thing I encountered with my Trailblazer friend back then. If I'm not wrong, it has to do with the Watchmaker.
She mentioned your name.
Thinking of you even in your absence. Seems like you too.
Yes, my name is definitely Trailblazer Friend.
She
It's
seems
first
to be
and
sharing
last.
her discovery with someone, and it's related to the Watchmaker.
She has no idea that she'll become a victim.
Listen, I want you to know Firefly is nobody's victim.
If I could try again.
She stares at the screens. Is she looking at herself in the mirror? What does she mean by try again?
Let's get going.
Let's? Is there someone else?
Calm down, Firefly. Stay calm.
She seems very nervous.
Yes. What is making her so nervous?
Probably me.
With all this in mind, Firefly and her companion, there should only be one, have entered this corridor together.
There wasn't anything else in this room, was there? That I'm like missing. Okay, no.
Why did you... This isn't what we agreed on.
Hmm. Cannot go that way.
Why? The door... It won't open. It's a dead end.
Based on these fragmented pieces,
But there is a treasure chest there.
it seems Firefly's companion betrayed her halfway and trapped her alone in this room, disappearing without a trace. But why?
She mentioned that this transaction involves the Watchmaker, and that often means stepping on many people's toes. They might have had their eyes on the legacy, or wanted to silence another who knew too much. Or there could be a deeper secret tucked away in this memory zone. And to hook that elusive prize, one needs the right bait.
Do you mean Firefly?
This is just the worst case scenario. But think about it. If the mastermind behind all this is nearby, why would he let us look around freely? Unless there's something else he cares more about and needs. Or should I say, is verifying.
I'll be honest, I
There's no other
forgot
way to leave
how much
outside.
longer, talking-wise, that we had before the end of this leg.
There's actually a path here.
unpredictable pathways pointing toward a wandering meme. She was completely lost in the memory zone.
Honestly, though, while it's a little liminal and horrifying for some people, I would totally stay at this hotel in the exact condition that it's in.
You leave me out of this place.
I guess because I'm just used to dreams like this, that it would be comfortable.
To the layer of death.
Like, it's familiar to me. Okay, so now we're back in the lobby.
The lobby. If that's the case,
She thought she had escaped, but after that, it's the end.
Everyone, over there.
I'm ready.
Seems like someone has been awaiting us. Ready to step into the spotlight now. Stellaron Hunter Sam.
Which is cool. This is actually the first time that we get to meet Sam. Even though he was hinted at a while back. He was even in, like, in one of Kafka's trailer things. No, I guess, given the information we have now, he might be the inappropriate thing to say.
The detective game is over. You shouldn't be here.
I do like Sam's music.
Implementation.
Hmm.
Still waters of oblivion.
I think for the most part... Oh, I should have used the healing right away. We kind of want to wait until Sam does the thing where the bar gets adjusted. This, yes. Oh, I did that in the wrong order. Oh well.
Time to say bye.
It's not going to matter too much.
What are you waiting for? To betray my
I will do
customers?
enough damage regardless.
Charge extra.
don't come any closer.
Free will, or was it fate? I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
So the thing about Sam is that we need to burn skill points. You see how they're gold at the bottom? Well, if we end up burning skill points, we can get rid of this little kind of like dot thing that's killing all of us.
Thanks. You're too good to me. Again.
Once you're back in the real world, remember to tell everyone about the Stellaron Hunter who was behind your ultimate departure. Execution.
Ooh, that hurt. Sam's graphics are just really cool. I hope playing as Sam will be just as fun. Here we go.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ow! Ow!
Thanks. You're too good to me. Again.
Stop it.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Oh, cool. He gives all our skill points back, so now we can actually kind of just go to town,
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers?
putting all the dots on.
Extra.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Go into a little skill point deficit for a little bit.
Thanks.
Just so everything's stacked up. Let's see. Yeah, we're fine.
Stand still. Say bye to breathing.
Just gonna stack up some skill points.
I weep for the departed.
This should be the end, I think.
If that's the case,
Okay, yeah, cool. Easy fight. But the story mode version is supposed to be easy. And we've got at least 3 busted characters on the team.
Leave the dance stage to them, my dear.
What a show.
Hello again, Gambarino.
Well, thank you for your efforts, Memo Keeper. Quite a brilliant move to pit enemies against each other. When I first saw the Ranger and the Hunter...
You know, when I was younger, I actually used to have hair just like his.
I never thought you'd successfully trigger a conflict between the two.
As promised, I've delivered the child to you. Our transaction is complete.
Except I was dumber. Stylistically, I probably wore mine closer to the MC here, but it was just like flat in front of my eyes. Didn't look good at all. What's happening here?
Looks like our nameless friend over here is still confused. Let me explain. In short, you need to thank this lady here, my friend. Not only did she not betray you, on the contrary, she rescued you. From that Galaxy Ranger. Right. I do enjoy seeing that shocked expression of yours. My friend, let's be honest. That woman named Acheron isn't as...
You know, I'm gonna go refill my water while adventuring talks.
She's actually an emanator who brings death and finality.
Okay. What do you want to choose here? Say the first one. She has her peculiarities, but I mean that's nothing to scoff at.
But, oh, there's no but. This is the truth. Let me give you some IPC insider information, my friend. Do you know Duke Inferno? Fatora's Ifrit?
Well, since I haven't bothered to do that quest on this account, who?
You don't seem to have heard of him before. He belongs to the Annihilation Gang, so I guess it's normal. And let me explain it to you. This Duke Inferno is a fire demon from Fatora.
I need a VTuber avatar like Lofty Pixels.
And it's rumored that his
Psh, I need a new computer if I want to do something like that. I mean, I can't run a game, an avatar, and stream at the same time.
Everflame Mansion.
I'm working on a laptop here, like a 2019 model I got in
Actuality,
2020.
They were led by this Duke to go around burning and looting.
The fact that I can even do all this is surprising.
And even the other Annihilation gangs weren't spared. I'm not sure what the family...
I mean, I could easily set up like a PNG tuber. That would be easy.
Behind the scenes. But, shockingly, these characters received an invitation. And why would the Everflame Mansion decline? They harbor fierce intentions, swearing to turn the planet of festivities into a sea of blazing flames. But there's no need to worry.
But also, hey, Marsupial.
They won't be able to attend. Do you know why?
Because they're
Ifrit
dead.
is dead.
You're fighting more cannibal pests. Okay. I probably need to be doing that later. As I expected.
They were eliminated on their way. The assailant, demonstrating remarkable expertise, ruthlessly ended Ifrit and swiped the invitation that the Annihilation King had in their possession. The Everflame Mansion disbanded, each going their separate ways. Thereafter, a mysterious Galaxy Ranger arrived.
You need so many seeds to buy weapon
Checking
parts.
into the hotel with
Yeah,
only
that makes sense to
one
me. Yeah.
Do you still need me to continue the story, my friend?
I don't even know. I think I've been spending the blue stuff on the rune blades, and I think I've been spending the red seeds. I think on Mithril. I think that's what I'm mostly dumping it on in Ever Crisis. You can't ever have too much like Mithril. Yeah, it does sound like it was Acheron.
The Galaxy Rangers come and go like shadows, and there's
Oh, you're already up to Pink Star too. I think mine's in red right now.
Her story is almost too perfect. If she remains silent, there's no concrete evidence against her.
I'll probably have this one full Pink Star.
IBC can't
No.
investigate.
Because it would be nice to have a cloud weapon that's full Pink Star.
So, my friend, the choice is yours now. You can leave.
Though I'm
this
sure
place immediately.
the classic Buster Sword will be eventually. They give you so much of it in the game.
Chance to get closer to the truth. Or
Oh, I found another place where you can get
learn a truth
the character shards
potent enough to upend everything in Penn.
if you feel like you're missing it for at least the main three. Right now in the Cetra Tower,
But not for long.
the dungeon that goes downward. If you make it like every 5 or 10 floors or whatever, like there's a bunch of the character shards in there.
The truth first, then decide. You'll still have time.
Acheron is the emanator of a particular eon.
I know what Geon.
Can I really believe Aventurine? But he gave me a choice.
The character memory pieces, like the ones where you use to upgrade your character in the growth section. If you want to, like, just max out Cloud. So he's, like, stupidly strong.
My. You look like a small, injured animal. Are you still willing to talk to me? Of course, I'm still willing to be your psychotherapist.
Yeah, let's see her opinion on these
I
things.
admit I made a transaction with that gentleman to bring you before him, but this is also a safe place. He needs you. It's essential if we want to reclaim Penacony, recognizing his immense potential and the invaluable memories.
I'm actually trying to decide
I opted to join
for this
forces
account
with him.
if I want to just continue using our
Everyone may
pulls
be lying, and
as we
yes,
get them for Aventurine, even though he doesn't really do anything for this account.
nor do I see
Or if I should just save them. In general, I want to save for Firefly.
I said, I have
But this account doesn't have much in the ways of harmony, and pulling for Robin on the next banner would actually be pretty good for it.
wants to witness the future of the Astral Express
Though we do have Sparkle.
terrorizing the cosmos. And as for these memories, I will treasure them.
Sparkle's
I do
probably
not have
fine.
reasons to hurt any of you. Instead, I will continue to assist you.
But
Provided
if we
you are willing to
lose
accept
the
my
50-50, that means we're set for the next one. And we might pick up one of the standard banners that we're missing. And it might be good to actually lose it. You just can't predict whether you're going to win or
In
lose.
my view, he's a trustworthy individual. Not for any other reason, but because he's an exceptional businessman. In this vast universe, no one values honesty in contracts more than a merchant. But always be on guard, particularly when making agreements with him. Scrutinize the details. Beyond
It's like,
the confines of the contract,
we have
your
Jeopard,
rights are off his radar. He'll go to
who is like,
extreme
I don't know,
lengths to
he's
ensure
Aventurine
his
light.
advantage.
We don't really need Aventurine.
I still believe that Miss Firefly's situation is deeply connected with the Stellaron Hunter, just as we speculated. But, as you've heard, Aventurine has his finger pointed at the Galaxy Ranger. I can't fathom why he'd draw that conclusion, but given his access to the IPC's intelligence network, we should seriously consider his perspective. Moreover, I believe Miss Acheron is also hiding something. No. In fact, I should say she's hiding everything from us. It was an unexpected finding from an earlier encounter. With regards to the Annihilation Gang, I can also prove that what
After we
Aventurine
catch up with the
said
story,
was
though,
true.
which this is just the end of the first leg, the first content patch of 3 for the story. We still have the second one that's already out to catch up on, but after we catch up on that, I'm gonna go balls deep into like the simulated universe swarm disaster
Of course.
and try to finish that out. Maybe start up Golden Gears.
I know you're confused and sad.
Mostly because we already have all the characters we need to cheese it, like some of the best that you could possibly have, so why not?
That was meant to last. She simply vanished.
You.
Like the dissolution of bubbles in water, disappearing in an instant. No matter what, I hope you can trust Aventurine. Or rather, trust me and see the truth with your own eyes. This can lead us deeper into the secrets behind Benaconi. I will protect you. Once I gather more information from him, I'll make sure you're safely returned to your companions. For the truth, and to prevent more unnecessary sacrifices. It is
Which I guess
the right choice.
it's a pretty safe place to be right now if we are just going to save up for Firefly on this account and go all the way. Because there's just a ton of the in-game currency left to fish out of the simulated universe. Since I've never done it all in this one. You know, we should probably just save. I think that's for the best. We might even be able to pick up like a light cone or Eidolon 1 for Firefly if we just save up, depending on how early we get her. And there's 2 whole banners in between then. Plus the last week of this one. Let's see. By the way, I was literally up all night Friday night helping Peach set up all the software dev stuff on her new laptop. That's why I was so tired and slept through all of Saturday. Wow. I wish I could have slept through all of Saturday. Yeah. Oof. Especially with how late. Well, actually, I don't know when you normally go to bed. You're 2 hours before me, but I think it was like, what, 3 or 4 o'clock? It was almost 4 o'clock because, when the daily reset for Hoyo was going off. So that would have been almost 2 o'clock for you. It's pretty late. When we stopped playing. So then add up, you're up all Friday night. Wow. You've been going to bed around 3 or 4 a.m. Okay. That, honestly, that was my entire experience in high school.
Time to set off.
Not that I wanted to be up like that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I would end up being up all the way until Inuyasha ended up playing on Adult Swim. Which was around that time. I'd get anywhere between an hour or 2 of sleep, and then I'd be up to get ready for school. Got a lot of project work done on stuff though during that time. You think I would have spent it playing more video games? I know one time I wrote an entire novel that I honestly retroactively wasn't satisfied with, so I'm currently rewriting that now, years later. But I wrote a whole novel in like 2 weeks, I think, of just staying up all night.
Meet a Venturine, or I could still choose not to help.
Can you? Can you really choose not to help? Because it doesn't look like you're giving me the option to choose not to help.
Excellent. I knew you would come. By the way, about that memo keeper... Never mind. I won't press the issue further. I've said before you can liaise with your companions, or even twist the narrative against me. I'll wholeheartedly
I also
embrace
think
it.
after I catch up
It signifies your potential.
with the story until the next one come out, I might actually start rotating some other games in for these morning streams.
So, my friends,
Or just prioritizing catching up first.
down.
Maybe we'll go back to Genshin as well.
This way, if you will.
Maybe we'll play something silly like the Illusion of Gaia, which is a game that is criminally underrated.
Oh, right. I remember mentioning something after that. What was it again? A familiar hallway, a familiar room. Do you remember? Last time we met was right here.
Indeed. This is where we met.
Just beyond this door. Take a deep breath and get ready. Oh, I remember. My friend. After that, we played an enjoyable game. Tell me, doesn't this feel eerily familiar? I remember everything now. This was what I told you at that time. Look, friend.
This guy has like the least trustworthy voice in the entire world. So props on the props on the actor for Aventurine. He has the whole sly gambling businessman thing perfectly down.
And no other choices.
Honestly, I think all, at least the ones I've heard, the three that I've heard, all did a good job. Because I think equally the Japanese and Chinese voice actors sound just as untrustworthy. They did a really good job at finding people to play this character across the board. Yeah, they did make a pretty boy. I'll agree with that. He's got that Bishojo kind of look going down. He even had like that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 kind of look going down, like a Giorno. Giorno Giovanni. Giorgio. Can be a world famous gangster.
Brother, I'm back.
Welcome back. How is your preparation for the performance coming?
It's fine. Don't Don't worry.
It's fine?
Oh yeah.
Good. You're the prize.
Everybody's favorite little terrorist.
Don't let those unnecessary emotions affect your perfect pitch.
No.
There are no less than 2 terrorists running around Penacony right now. Probably more.
Is it because of the Watchmaker's guest list?
Yes, I received the report that death had taken some of them. Perhaps someone was behind it. I'm sorry, I forgot you just came back. You probably wouldn't know about it. Somehow,
At least it makes it an interesting place, though. I mean,
upon Penacony,
they're not even on the same side.
bringing spiritual death to all equally. In the utopian dreamscape envisioned by the family, such sorrowful incidents shouldn't arise.
Oh man, looking at this special presentation, I saw like the back streets area that's coming up next, and I want to explore that so bad. Button, not bottom. I mean, most of the characters in the game have decent bottoms anyway, but yes, she does have that like emergency nuke button that she offered to. Well, that hasn't come up yet, but it will soon. She offers to give the other side to Aventurine.
Pretty sharp, aren't you, chicken-winged boy?
The Odes of Harmony talks about honesty. The words of a fool begins with foolishness and end in treacherous arrogance.
So you have to question whether it actually can. I think she's far more likely to.
Their dreamscape doesn't welcome you.
Oh, come on.
But it's not the first time that we've dealt with a potential nuke. And the last one that you've been carrying around the whole time turned out to just be a practical joke, though. So
Just curious.
you can't trust the fools.
Is the family
You just have to have that rule that you have to like treat every gun that it's loaded. That's how you have to treat her nuke button. You have to at least act as if it works, because you don't know if it does or not.
Don't tell me you're not craving a little vengeance.
It's not yet time. When the fated day arrives, I shall mete out justice with unyielding
More or less, I think the Stellarons kind of count
Endure that much?
sort of like a nuke. They're probably worse than a nuke in many ways. I think they've mentioned loosely that a Stellaron has the capacity to possibly destroy a planet,
How about this?
though usually they just erode it over time. I don't remember the exact wording, so they might not be quite on that scale, but the Doomsday Beast was, so I don't see why a Stellaron wouldn't be.
The family has a plan. And do not dishonor my dear sister with your deceitful tongue again, fool.
All right. Just putting it out there. If you're ever in a pinch, remember, I've got your back. I mean, who could resist a guy rocking spikes on his wings?
There's no need.
I'm also pretty sure that Sunday here is the final boss, especially after seeing the live presentation, because the boss's name was Septimus, which in old Roman times would have been the name you give to your 7th son. He is the leader of the 7th family, and traditionally Sunday is the 7th day. In fact, in this game, Sunday is still the 7th day, because the weekly reset happens on Monday, right? So Sunday is the last day of the week.
And I will join their vanguard to announce this good news.
So I think we're fighting him. I honestly thought we were from the beginning, even before the presentation. He gave me mad Cocolia vibes, like the second I saw him. The embryo of philosophy is a literal god. Is that like the lore behind it? That's the name of Sunday's last form. Okay, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Also makes sense too that like he would be a composer, his sister is a singer, right? They kind of have like this relation of being similar going on. The boss also really reminds me of Barthandelus from Final Fantasy 13, which is not necessarily the best game to compare your your game to, but he had a nice design and very similar where you had to kind of break each of the faces before you attack the middle one. And Septimus, they were showing off that you have to like break the different puppets before you attack the middle section. So I do think Barthandelus was probably the key design, and I think there's some relationship on how they even treat the characters, because Barthandelus was disguised as like a priest who was in charge of like their whole religion that everybody trusted at first. And I know these guys are huge Final Fantasy fans, since like there's tons of references in here, and specifically Belobog was almost entirely a reference to Final Fantasy VII, just with their old characters mixed into it. My God, so many pop-ups. We'll handle this after we talk to Aventurine.
Ah, friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours.
I guess you have these new Harmony MC to break easily to beat them. I think so too, right? Just like how they forced you to use the Fire MC to fight Cocolia when you first got it. And the whole fight's around breaking, and the Harmony is going to be a kind of like Ron May-esque break unit. That all seems to work together. Just from what little they show and knowing about things coming up, you can kind of just piece together how the fight's going to go before you even play it, once you understand the mechanics of this game.
First of all,
This is cool, though. It doesn't make the fight any less interesting. I want to fight what I'm calling Johann Sebastian Barthandelus, mixing Bach and that together.
Just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me and they hate the IPC, so they'd never lie.
Might be an interesting Echo of War to grind for the next however long until another one drops.
Authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC. Did you really think the Galaxy Rangers were outsiders this whole time? Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened.
My opinion, what Eon do I love and hate the most? Let me think about that.
What gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's
I'm trying to think if I actually have that strong of an opinion on any of them.
construct an unbreakable defensive line.
Because some of them I just don't know enough about yet, right?
Through this line of defense to create depth.
Like, I kind of want to be more interested in Terminus, which it does seem we're going to start getting more information on Terminus soon, with the whole, what's the name of the new thing that's coming in? The new, like, boss MOC related thing. The apocalyptic whatever. That's going to be related to Terminus, and I like a lot of the Honkai stuff, including HI3, and a lot of that is about the finality, so I want to see what the connections of like the Cocoon of finality and Terminus, the Eon of finality is, but I just don't know enough yet. As things stand, I probably like Nanook the best right now, just because he seems the most interesting, and we have to deal with all of his problems since the Stellaron is directly a result of him. Hate, though. Which one do I hate the most? You like... Yeah, Aha's cool. Aha's a cool one. I'm just trying to think which one would be in the... I don't know if I hate any of them, but if I had to pick, like, the least favorite...
It's fine.
Fully? Maybe?
Complete trust.
I'm sure maybe I'll end up liking Fully more later. It seems to have a huge play in the story, being that since Remembrance is involved in everything, but like, I just haven't been sold on the character yet.
Already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda. Careful you don't get stuck on the wrong side. If I were you,
Yeah, they made a worm in Emanator. Like, Aha's pretty cool.
after all,
Except he also blew up the train, which I guess is kind of cool at the same time, but
better than a monster in the shadows.
I like trains, so that kind of takes a point away from him.
Who's to
I don't
say
blame
there
him.
isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
Memo.
Or them. I guess none of them technically have genders since they're abstract beings.
Aventurina's telling the truth.
They definitely are masculine and feminine, though. A lot of them.
And there's no sign of any
Aha.
emotion grafting on.
Is one of the ones that are least gendered.
And there are real limits to what they can actually do. But you know all this. Friend, let's not beat around the
Didn't they ascend to becoming an Eon after seeing a baby fall on the floor? I don't remember.
Astral Express.
I know it was like said, I think, in the simulated universe, but
Scrambling for the legacy.
there's just so much information
Money for work.
that you have to read in this game, whether it was in a log somewhere. I can't keep track of all of it. I have to go back and reread all of the databank at some point in time.
Frontier prison. This has all become a bad debt thanks to the cancer of all worlds. The IPC has tried sitting down for
But-
negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our
The silhouette behind the mask looks masculine.
You have
I could see that,
no
yeah.
idea how difficult these people are to deal with. Put it this way. They've hushed up the existence of death before.
I know, because a lot of them, their language is kind of masculine or feminine too.
It'll just
Especially when you look at like some of the words used in the other languages. Like Noose is definitely masculine.
ever being the wiser.
Nanook obviously is masculine. But then you have like Yaoshi is feminine. They're almost like half and half right now. If you scroll through, like obviously Ouroboros is feminine. You can see the tits right on that thing. Femsculine. Let's see. But I guess calling them masculine or feminine would probably be more appropriate for some of these more abstract beings. I know a lot of them, or not a lot of them, at least some of them used to be quote-unquote normal people, because some of them ascended to being eons. So they probably, some of them had male or female forms before that, but... We'll be a little trusting.
One goal. The family's front doors like a
But they're definitely supposed to be
and to tear
more
down
akin to like platonic
without a few
gods.
first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have plenty of means. Now we have our chance. So long as we can get to the truth behind her death, we can have
Also, I take that back. I think IX is probably the one that's got the least gendered of everything. He's literally just a black hole.
Truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. I've been investigating and making lots of friends all over Penacony precisely for this very moment. This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family.
IX is probably also the most boring right now, but I don't particularly
But I trust
dislike.
that there are still a few factions that remain
At least we're
accepted.
getting some more info on him,
That's why
or
we need you.
that whatever, you know.
The reputation
It's just
of
kind of like
Astral
what is
Express
it's a hole.
precedes you.
It's just a like
Harmony will give you the
barely
very
sentient
reasons.
black hole.
You get to find out really what happened and seek justice. And I get to put it toward completing my mission for the IPC. It's what you call a win-win.
You have a hate-love feeling towards Noose and Tazeroth. Yeah, I can see that. I think part of it, too, is all the stuff you have to go through with both of them with the upgraded simulated universes. It's all fun and games until you start getting to torturous and higher difficulty. Start dealing with those conundrums.
your companions. That navigator is really
Which we have
smart.
not done, like,
She must
any of that
understand
on this
magic
account.
steel.
Just because I took such a long break from doing this stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do after we catch up with the Penacony story. So I'll come in here and I'm just going to go destroy
Thorough investigation can always
Swarm
be
Disaster and Golden Gears.
Don't mention it. So long, friend.
I mean, we've got Jing Liu and Japard. We need to throw, like, Pella and, I don't know, Herda on there. Go Remembrance and just cheese the whole thing. Obviously, I have to do different paths and stuff if I want to unlock Propagation, but for getting through it, it'll be easy using Remembrance.
Black Swan. What is she thinking?
Yeah, I actually really dislike running Path of Propagation because it's like, it doesn't actually add... In Swarm, obviously you run Path of Propagation, regular Simulation Universe, they're in the slots like everything, but like in Swarm Disaster, it doesn't actually add it to the rotation. It just makes more Swarm occurrences and stuff pop up. But I don't mind the True Stings, especially once you have like Acheron or if you have a character like Jingli or something, so I guess if you're lucky, which this account has both of them, you destroy them like they're nothing. You just tear through them. Especially Acheron, because she doesn't care what weakness type you are. Yeah, at least, I don't know, maybe if you beat it. I haven't bothered to actually beat it with Propagation, if it adds it into the roster, but... when I tried doing it last time, they were never in the rotation. It was just like, oh no, just more bugs everywhere. Okay, cool. I guess I need the preservation stuff and the destruction anyway. We'll just pick all those up for the, what's it called? The synergy thing. Let's see what we got. Let's just drop some stuff. Did we get anything new in a while? No. Actually, we're doing pretty good, though. We've barely not capped out any of them. I'll have to go pick some others up. We're... Oh, 69. Nice. We're almost on another drop here. Some messages. See, by the way, are you planning on to get any of the 2.2 character banners? Are you saving up all the way for Firefly? I don't know. I'm debating. Because I'm in a really good position, especially not having gone through Swarm Disaster or Golden Gears in this account, to just go through it and save all that for Firefly and everything else they drop between. But this account is not built as much as my main one, right? Like, it's got really good DPS, but Harmony and all the other things you need for supporting doesn't have as much. And Robin would be really, really good for this account. Don't need Boot Hill. I'm good on damage. I've got a Jingli Yu and Acheron. Boot Hill's going to be great, but I just don't need him. But Robin. So I'm going to wait and see how I feel by the time Robin actually comes out, because I do know how broken Robin's going to be. And I'll probably decide then. So it's a maybe on Robin, but no matter what, everything after Robin is going towards Firefly. We're skipping Boot Hill. My main account, though, because I'm set, I'm skipping Robin. I don't need Robin. I'm just good. I'm just going all the way to Firefly. How many people are not interested? I'm interested in Robin as a character. I will probably pick her up on a rerun, no matter what. I'm just far more interested in Firefly. I think that's what it comes down to. I think Robin's a great character. People should be interested. But I think a lot of people... I wouldn't even say a lot. If you actually look at the banner, maybe like a third of people have Ron May. If you already have Ron May, you really don't necessarily need Robin, because you put like Ron-Mei on one side and then throw your other harmonies on the other. Or if you have Acheron now, you don't even necessarily need a harmony on that side. So you can like soup up everything. But we had so many back-to-back harmonies that people who did pull them don't really need any. Unfortunately, I had no service during the time when characters like Ron-Mei were on. I missed 2 months, 2.5 months worth of stuff. But that's fine. I have good things anyway. And we'll eventually pick them up. Like, I've experience from Genshin too. They run reruns often enough that there might be a boring person on the next person's rerun. I'll just pick them up then. It's kind of like what I was planning to do with Sparkle on my main account. Because I did come back in time for Sparkle. I didn't pick up Sparkle because I knew Acheron was going to be better. It's right in May, right? When is right in May not broken? I said, well, I could make the Mono Quantum better. I've got everybody else I need for Mono Quantum. I'm not going to use Mono Quantum anymore. Acheron's going to completely replace that. I don't need Mono Quantum. But I'll probably build that out eventually. What's this? What's the notification? The Fate Atlas. Okay. The quest I just picked up. I don't want to do those right now. What quest are we? We're on... Okay, Cat Among the Pigeons. So we actually have just... entered the second of 3 legs of Penacony. I forgot if there was additional talking or not.
On the surface, this doesn't look like a bad deal for you. But Aventurine is a shrewd merchant whose scheme won't just be as simple as it appears to be.
You know what the worst part about skipping Robin on my main account is? She's essentially basically a follow-up character, and would be really, really good in the team that I'm running right now with Topaz Ratio and Aventurine. It's like, no, I'm skipping. I'm skipping. It's gonna pain me, but I'm skipping. I'll just run Asta. Cash money. Keep it thematic. She's got ties to the IPC. I think her family does this. What part of the why she's so rich? They're not part of it, but they're like big investors on it or something like that.
Insofar as things are presently concerned.
And Asta's underrated. Everybody just kind of throws Asta to the side. She's such a strong unit. Probably the best 4-star harmony. You want Boot Hill, but you need a better preservation, so you might skip for now. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get a better one than Aventurine, but Fushwin's probably your second best. They're right next to each other, so like, I guess you could just save for her and grab that if you're not getting Aventurine or if you already have them, but I like Fushwin. I use her all the time on my other account. Especially because she just gives crit to people.
I'm not sure the 2 cases were committed by the same culprit, but that massive wound looked like its winged blade. We've all witnessed it in action before. Plus, it seems unlikely that there would be 2 lethal entities loose in the dreamscape.
Unlikely, but still possible.
I can't answer that question. That ranger is shrouded in mystery. I'm afraid no one is capable of
I mean, if you
providing
count
an
us
answer.
running around, we're all
But
kind of
without
lethal
doubt,
entities.
She's the most special guest at this banquet.
I mean, if a Stellaron blew up in the dreamscape, it'd probably kill somebody in there.
It's best to keep your distance.
Acheron could definitely kill someone in there. I'm sure the Memo Keeper could probably do something weird with, like, manipulating memory to erase somebody in the dreamscape.
That's very unusual. Two possibilities. The collapse of Penacony's dreamscape has started speeding up, making death extremely
Actually, no, she's not that strong.
weakening
She probably need help
memory's
from the
protections.
actual remembrance itself to do that.
Or everything has been planned out and executed by someone.
Black Swan is one I
Someone has
am
chosen
so
to
upset I
speak
missed.
deliberately,
Because I
first
really
a
like Dot.
smuggler, then a family celebrity. Then this murderer's motives are worth thoroughly chewing over. It's all happened so quickly, I can only make conjecture. After leaving here, go have a chat with your companions. I hope you can clarify.
You're now confused if you should pull on Aventurine or not? I mean, Aventurine is such a good preservation. Because he's basically LeCha, but preservation, right? Like, you don't even have to use his skill most of the time outside of an emergency. As long as you can keep proccing his follow-up or whatever, he just keeps everybody shielded. So he's, like, really skill point positive. If you don't have any follow-up, I guess you have to run speed and use his skill a lot. Because the faster he is, the more you can auto or use his basic in between to keep him skill point positive. But still, he's basically just, you know, auto, but preservation instead of abundance.
This way. This is where we part ways. All of this is like a nightmare. Unfortunately, the remembrance doesn't lie. What we just saw is the reality that happened. And it won't fade from our minds just...
I only ended up pulling for him because I lost the 50-50 on Acheron's E1 on my main account. So I have E0 S1 Acheron. I was like, ah, man, I want E1. I lost 50-50. Got E1 on Himiko, and I'm like, darn it, game, you gave me the wrong E1 for a Honkai Impact 3rd duplicate, like variant or whatever. But that means Aventurine was guaranteed, so screw it. I decided to pull for him. Of course, that also means that I wasted a guaranteed Firefly. So I have to save up even more just in case.
An apology from me for
Yeah, Aventurine. I would say Aventurine is definitely better. But Fushu's great. If you enjoy the gameplay, maybe. I use her. She's great. I like her gameplay. She's also kind of like a mini healer, right?
Then I've something private to take care of.
She does a little bit of heals. Does a little almost like Harmony because she increases the crit. And she just stops you from well, not from taking damage, but greatly reduces the damage. Wonderful unit. Love the unit. Also, the character herself also grew on me, too. After the end of the LeFou. When she stopped acting all pretentious and was tired and actually talking to you like a normal person, she grew on me. I think she's a fine character, too. She's currently actually the one I run with Acheron, the solo sustain. And I could run trends on her, but she doesn't have anything to boost her aggro past just being a preservation unit. And I think I'd just rather her be tougher than lose that possible extra stacks. So I just run the Herda shop. What was it? Which one? I forget the name of it. But I just run the Herda shop light cone on Fu, and it's fine. Does Aventurine need his signature to be good? I don't think so. Because what the signature is just going to do is it's just going to make him do more damage. Like, ultimately. You could slap, like, any like, light cone on him. And it's fine. I'm actually putting the current Forgotten Hall light cone. The one that I just got, like, a free copy of for beating Sam. Because that one also boosts his damage. Right? Because if you build more defense, it has that scaling, like, 20% more damage. So, that's fine for me. He's going to be tanky enough with shields anyway. You're just better off building all defense in his relics. So I'm going to keep the 5-star Herder Shop one on Fu. And I'm just going to leave... Actually, I don't know what the name of it is. I'll look it up after I'm done with this Astral Express family text. I already had one built because I was doing some cheesy things with March because I didn't have Ratio built yet. And I was playing full crit damage follow-up attack March in the missions, the POV, where we had to play with Aventurine. So he was putting shields on everything and March was just always firing off. It was pretty fun. She was doing roughly sub DPS damage. Like, it was in the tens of thousands range when she was critting, so it wasn't bad. You could do some shenanigans.
Is Himiko okay?
You want to use Trends Universal Market on him until he saw that it only works. Yeah. I mean, it's still fine, but he needs to be the one that gets hit, right? While if you're Fire MC and all that, he can taunt, right? Or she, depending which one you have, can taunt, which almost guarantees that you're going to be the one getting hit. Or if you've got Jeopard, who has increased aggro in his traces, you're also more likely to get hit. March can increase her own aggro by putting her shield on herself. Those ones are fine, right? I don't think Aventurine has any aggro in his traces. I would have to double check to see. So you're just kind of hoping he gets hit. It's similar to like Fushwin. It's okay. I guess we're doing this. I want to talk to the Clocky statue because I think I should have a lot of tickets to give it.
To gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
Oh wait, that's right. I was gonna look at the light cone. Darn it. Convincing you. Hey, he's a good unit. Like I said, I'm not getting him on this account because like I'm good on that. I've got Huahua for solo sustain on one side. I've got Japard already for the other. And Japard is just Aventurine Light.
Of those slain by your hand.
But my other account, I have so much follow-up stuff built. Herda, Himiko, Topaz, Ratio.
We're still alive. As are you.
I even sometimes play QQ because I have good luck, so I ended up getting her like 25% follow-up more often than not anyway. But I've got so much follow-up built, it's like I need to get him. It'd be a waste of how my account is to not get him.
The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room
Even if you
Okay.
sacrifice your life,
It has been
you won't
2
get
hours.
special treatment.
I've been drinking a lot of water. I'm gonna let Akron and Duke Inferno have their conversation while I go use the facilities. I will be right back.
You could never understand. We come from the fire and are born bathed in fire. We spread, burn, and destroy until all the kindling has burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon, from the beginning to the end. We are born to die, just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
Your companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
They are my children, and just as I was, they are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, and I don't blame them. But my flames are faint, and time is
Okay, I'm back.
you see the festivities in the distance. I plan to bring purgatory with me there, and before that, I must surpass you.
Why?
Because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have. Emanator. You cannot hide your
I kind of like how Acheron, I would say, doesn't really understand much. Or at least as much as she should for her position. And it kind of makes sense for being somebody on the path of nihility. To be somebody who's just kind of like coasting through life with the flow.
destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Even if the answer turns out to be your own destruction.
And she doesn't get at all why people do the other things on the paths that they follow.
But that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different.
Hello, Clara.
Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so
Do I have the context of Android 5?
is merely something that is yet to happen.
All right. I accept.
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
A bottomless dream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity. I'll reveal the truth to you. The hunt is not the path I truly follow. May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world.
Now, I was a little upset. Like, I know we got to have,
In my dreams.
like, a pseudo Duke Inferno fight, right? Where you fight, like,
Come yet.
it's not his full form. It's like a projection of him or whatever in the ratio segment. But I kind of wanted to fight him full on, and it was kind of upsetting that he was just off screen. I wanted to be the one to kill him, basically. I'm upset when I'm not the one who gets to kill things.
You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away. Why? Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice. However, you appear to be ignorant of this.
God, I love Sam's design.
Time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
Not your enemy, perhaps.
Because Sam has that, like, obviously it's mechanical, it's mecha. They're playing on some multiple things, right? There's even some Iron Man in there too. But clearly, he's got this like villain from Power Rangers or like a Kamen Rider, like this total Sentai design, which fits in once you find out Sam's secret. And I love that Sentai stuff. Like, I eat it up. I grew up watching a lot of Power Rangers. And that just made me want the unit even more.
I know who is inside that cold armor. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion.
I like to, like, they pull in the kind of Sentai trope so much, like the Dark Ranger thing, that the color palette stays the same between the two characters, so you can piece things together pretty early on if you're paying attention, which they do in those Sentai shows all the time, where if you're like, where you're like a Zero Ranger, right? The Green Ranger will be wearing green, and the Red Ranger will be wearing red when they're not in their Ranger form. Like, I love the use of the tropes here. The use of the tropes are great.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy. I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way, but as you can see, here I am, confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
The so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
I wouldn't imagine somebody on your path would come up in the script.
I don't.
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light. And to burn. To keep on burning. Until I turn to ash.
That's actually really sad.
So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
I forgot how many back-to-back scenes there were. Oh well, it gives me time to clear off of my notifications. I just don't like seeing them pile up. Present day, golden hour.
We heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan, but we never expected Miss Robin to...
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this. And we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation.
You pulled a funny-looking aventurine. It's Quantum and Abundance.
Murders is fundamentally different.
Yeah. Okay, the same hair color. Yeah. Sort of. His is a little bit more platinum blonde than hers, but they're close, yeah.
All the while accusing that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one.
The funny thing is, I think he finally learned, because my brother plays this game too, and he started way after me. I think he started back in November or something, or no, he started before that, but he quit for a while, and he's been playing kind of regularly since November. So I count that as his real start. And he, for the longest time, kept thinking Lynx was a boy.
Natural Express.
Despite the fact that everything about Lynx says that she is a girl, the younger sister of the other two, how was their last name? Landaus.
This is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future.
And for some reason, he just like kept thinking Lynx was a boy, just a little boy.
Well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations.
It's funny though, like I'm constantly correcting him on character names and stuff like that.
To both reason and emotion.
For a lot of them, we have to come up with nicknames because he just can't get them straight. Like he can never get Jingyuan and Jingliu's names even remotely correct. He always calls her Jingyuan. I was like, no, that's the general. You're thinking of Crazy Eyes. So we have to just use nicknames for half the characters in the roster.
Either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
So you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. He's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore.
Mm-hmm. March, you just have the same opinion everywhere we go. I do like messing with her, but we'll be a little nice too. You can bully me whenever.
No, I can't accept this.
Just because being rhetorically nice like that in this case is kind of the bullying thing to do. And we always bully March.
Then could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
We'll collaborate. But that's it. I know you've got more money than that. Nice. I didn't care when I did this the first time because that account's got so much money I never even notice it going down. I am always broke on this one. I'll take any amount of credits he's willing to throw at me.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
Yeah, money's money. Especially like, no, pull it up. You know how much money I need? I don't have. Actually no. Backpack. Right. It's looking fine now. He just gave us some. I was trying to upgrade, I think, Acheron earlier, and I was getting signals of red, meaning I don't have enough to upgrade Traces. Right, there's this one. Yeah, now we're looking good. We're at double that, but I was below that 300,000 threshold. Not that I had enough trace material anyway, but that'll soon be fixed. We're at 69 level right now. Once we hit 70, every time I do dailies, we're just racking up credits from then on out. That's why I don't worry on my other account. Yeah, if somebody would offer me a penny, I'd take it. I don't know about a penny. If they look like they didn't need it, maybe. But pennies are just a pain to carry around. I've got a cup where I put the pennies so that we eventually just turn it into something else. You're bored. I don't know how to help you. Ooh, look at how much jade we got. Oh, and we got the Gallagher cone, too. The thing I was going to look at before, you're talking about Aventurine, right? The one that I am running on him in the other account is... Oh, I haven't done this yet. I don't actually want to salvage anything. Where is it? The new one, this. Which I guess I should just superimpose while we're here anyway. You like to draw, but no inspiration. Yeah, I mean... I don't know if I've ever been there. I do draw a lot. Like, I make comics and stuff. But I think it's probably because I make stories and comics. Inspiration's not something I have to worry about. I'm always drawing with a mission. But I feel ya. That can be rough. Oh, no, we're not leveling. We're superimposing. Yeah. Like, I've been in other series writing, right? I have to write the stuff first. I've been there where I have, like, sitting there with no inspiration of what to write. But yeah, this is the one that I would be running on Aventurine just because it does the whole scaling damage unit. Destiny's Threads for Woven. I actually want to draw the Trailblazer. I don't usually draw fan art, like, ever. It's something I do once in a blue moon. Mostly I just draw my own stuff because I have to draw comics and everything, and when you have a story to write and draw, you feel like you're wasting time if you don't draw your own stuff. Last time I drew fan art was of a friend, like another creator's character. And then before that, I think was...
Which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
A Captain N character? But I want to draw the Galactic Baseballer, specifically. Like, I want to draw a physical Trailblazer. Probably Stell, because that was the one I picked on my first account. And I kind of like Stell more than Kalis. And I just want to do, like, a really cool pose. Like, the rules are meant to be broken. Or if I were to draw some other fan art, I've been meaning to draw Abigail from Stardew Valley for a really long time and just haven't gotten around to it. You drew Trailblazer, immediately tore it up.
I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the annihilation.
You shouldn't tear it up. I mean, unless you're going to throw it out anyway, then fine. Have fun tearing it up. I guess it's no different than balling it up.
You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
I do end up tossing most of my sketches. Like, if I am doing practice work, it's like there's no point in keeping it. So I can understand that. I only keep things that I deem finished. Here. Actually, I've got examples talking about making comics. Here we go.
That fits the stereotype of a galaxy ranger.
I've got one of mine sitting right here. Probably barely see it in the little webcam window, but it's like a manga style one that I drew. Let me find a good page. Where's one of my favorite pages in here? It's like a really fun shot. This one. Here we go. This is a pretty fun one. It's called Realms and Relics. Also sitting back there, I have the novel I wrote, so all fun things. I think everybody should be creative. I 100% would encourage any person who's got a creative bone to spend some time being creative.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance. The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's gotta be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open. An attack on the hotel guests?
I think I've got some other fun stuff over here too while they're talking.
Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. People who not even the IPC would dare take lightly. Aventurine is a shrewd merchant, and there's no way.
Here we go. Here's a fun thing. I got a sample print of a comic cover I did in like the Rumiko Takahashi style, which is really fun.
And it's just a matter of how. The harmony is strong in Penacony.
This is probably my favorite image I've made in a really long time.
The fact that the IPC dispatched Aventurine shows that they do not intend to simply play by the book here. Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her, and can't rush to any conclusions. I was also considering this possibility, especially because he respects you so much, and has sought you out before a few times. Perhaps he's also unsure of your intentions and is probing you. I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, right? Himiko sounded a little off. I don't know if the actress was like directed to sound tired. I know like the harmony's draining some people, so that could be intentional, but she just doesn't sound like her normal self. And I haven't listened to any of her dialogue in the other language to see if that's consistent or if that's just the localization. Because it could be for a reason. I always read way too much into the performances to see if like it matters for something.
Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well.
Kind of like, it might have just been a coincidence, but I already thought there was something wrong with Sampo when he showed up because the actor sounded like he had a cold. He didn't sound like Sampo did when we last saw him, and then it turned out to be Sparkle. So I'm like, oh, maybe that was intentional. Maybe he was supposed to sound a little off.
In a beautiful dreamscape like this, shouldn't only good things happen here?
But it could have also been completely unintentional. I'm just reading too much into stuff.
Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
We'll restore all the dreams back to normal.
Of course. At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew. The family and the IPC. Everyone has their own plans going on. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us we're all outsiders from another world. Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
I could also go for a soda. I wonder how it tastes. Dream soda.
Doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment.
Because when I drink soda in my dreams, it tastes exactly like the soda that I remember that I was drinking. But they've got like some weird flavors here.
That he witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is
There's a soda shop in my general area, Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. In the Dallas area, there's a soda shop that's got like every possible flavor of soda you could ever want to try. Even around like Thanksgiving, they've got like a pack that's like a Thanksgiving dinner. So it's got like dressing or whatever. It's got turkey, everything. I didn't like that, but You could try every weird flavor. That's how I imagine Penacony is like.
Worth focusing on. Oh.
See, speedran through Simulated Universe with Hunt Path while watching. Okay, cool. Svarog didn't even get to deal damage. That could be fun.
I finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
I will. Keep in touch.
I remember at the beginning of this game, right, before we have these maxed out characters, before everybody has cracked stuff, and going through the Simulated Universe the first time. And Svarog was a pain. And I went Destruction Path with Hook as my main damage dealer, and I finally beat him, and Hook was like the only person remaining. I think I even got the achievement for having everybody down to the last bit of health, because Hook was the only one left and had the last bit of health. But that was such a satisfying moment the first time.
Is there something about my name?
First, don't you want to know my name?
I think he knows who you are.
Yes, Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
I think he recognizes
What are they saying about me?
a different you.
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Dude, I love Welt right here, too. Because he's about to, like, say probably the most badass line that he says in the whole game.
He was a determined and heroic path strider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane. So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us...
He's got a Hersher core in there.
Depths.
About time you get some sleep. Okay, well, thanks for sticking around. Take it easy, and I don't know, maybe follow. You might catch me again sometime. These normally stream around the same time when I do end up streaming.
Shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board. Is he okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
He's fine. Let's stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help.
I mean, I think we probably guessed that when we were first coming. They did. Pom Pom did ask about a former Trailblazer, former Astral Express family member
Mr. Yang,
that decided to go to Penacony and never came back. So Probably directly connected.
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
Mm-hmm. By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up?
Wake the heck up. Now that sounds like a fun drink.
Because the
Anywhere else, that would be a very strong alcoholic beverage with a kick. Or probably like some really hard whiskey. I'm wondering what kind of kick it would have to have in soda form.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams.
Pungent,
Only for
bitter
people
beverage.
allergic to soul glass.
I actually kind of like bitter drinks, though.
Really?
Like, I drink a lot of Pepsi, which is sweet. But cola in general is more bitter than most other sodas. I also drink like Dr. Pepper is kind of a bitters, even though it's not a cola. I think I prefer bitter drinks. I might like a wake the heck up.
It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang.
I like that kind of characterization because she kind of has this fortune teller look to her. Somebody would do a seance, so she's using memories to make the dead speak instead of actually talking to the dead.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in the land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
I like that censorship sound. What is it? It's supposed to be like pages flipping? Right? It's almost like a record scratch, but instead of a record scratch, it's like flipping through pages really fast.
On the path of destruction, fear death.
Possibly. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them.
Maybe like shutters opening.
Memory
I don't
recovery
know.
is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened? the memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... It's like it's
all
been
the
erased.
stuff's been redacted.
Who's done this?
Redacted from the memory of the universe.
Who are you? Who are you?
It's... No. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dolly is not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh. A phone. Wanna listen in?
So many scenes. I don't even know if we're gonna play again. By the time all this is over, I'm probably gonna be done streaming. Come on, hurry up. Oh, we're POV now. I don't want to do a POV. I've actually never stopped playing in the middle of a POV. Because it felt weird, right? I almost wanted to do like a save and quit, and I just kept playing all the way through until I was done. Back to the Trailblazer.
Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm.
And somebody's passionate.
You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Triclops, if thou can hear me,
Gaiathra Triclops, what a name.
eyes and gaze upon this child. When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask.
I really like that, I think it's a theremin. It sounds almost like one, but that, like, the theremin sound that's in the background of the reverie.
Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! Mommy! Mommy, the rain. It's raining.
Raining? Raining.
It is raining. It's true. Those Outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaiathra. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avjen. My boy. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times.
I mean, what did she mean by that?
Your blood.
Like, 'cause she has 3 eyes. She's gonna close each one of them one at a time, or she's gonna close all 3 of them 3 times, and open them twice in between.
Be forever peaceful. And your scheme.
Because if you close them all at once, it wouldn't be closing them 3 times. It would just be closing them once.
Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
I like the name Kakavasha. That's a good name. That's a good, like, fantasy world name.
To wake up, gambler.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival. To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. When Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
I mean, there'd have to be.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray. Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. He must have come across the other one. This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These 2 murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible, Gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't...
Pretty sure they changed it to a rock, even though the text said mute.
By any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal.
That's all, Gambler, that's all you gotta tell them. So you're saying there's a chance?
But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Well, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado,
I mean, he probably physically could sit on his hands.
Lead the way.
It's not that hard.
The show is about to begin.
we're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanicus star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday.
Whew, I think it's getting close for me to go to bed myself.
Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never
Might be time to find a closing point.
Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
Let's see. So as the story unfolds, you have a chance to progress the story. Blah, blah, blah. Characters PvP. When entering character POV for the first time, character will automatically be added to the place first in your team. Got it. If you need to change your POV to continue the story, you can select... Okay. Good to know. I didn't read this the first time. I just went through it. And so if I wanted to just, like, go back to the world and not do this right now, I could. Okay. Which I might. I don't want this to be our party, though. This is not a very good party. Alright, let's, quick setup. I mean, parts of this are fine. I want Acheron, right? Because I don't really have anything else to play with, what's it called? Follow-up. So it won't be the best thing. Kafka, at least once per turn, she'll help proc Adventure's shield. He's gonna have to be doing most of it himself. Or proc his follow-up. But I don't have ratio built. If I had ratio built, which, I mean, he's 80. He's probably usable, but he's not built. I could probably throw him in there instead. Clara, I'm not doing this right now anyway. I might reconsider what we do the next time. Like I said, I'm coming to an end. But actually, Ratio Clara Sparkle may not be the end of the world. Okay, we'll tentatively put that in there. But we might run this just for his POV. Oh, there we go. I do like his little falling dice thing. It does like a snap. It's fun. You can do it really fast too. Okay, yeah, let's read this. There's a lot of information on that. When in a non-Trailblazer POV, you can only access specific maps. It cannot play certain missions. You know, it's actually probably good that I just went straight through it. If you want to play the affirmation restricted content, you have to go Peace Guide, Trailblazer mission, or mission in your space. are independent of each other, so the same space anchor must be unlocked individually when playing in a different POV. I kind of noticed this part, that it was just pulling my team setup back. So that's cool. If I want to do this follow-up comp specifically with Aventurine, it'll stay here. But let's go back. Let's finish up.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment.
Ooh. Get some credits. What do we get here? New. Okay, Sam, you get to be a little big. Right here. Boom. Collecting quite a bit now. Quite a bit. And I think that's gonna be it for today. 3 hours was enough. We'll get back to it later. I am just getting really tired. So, thank you all for watching, whether it was now or in the future, catching on the VOD. And, we'll see you guys later. Catch the, what's the next show we're doing? I might stream tomorrow morning too, but also Monday evening, Super Serial Showtime. That's the next show on the Vomitorium.